also presiding over the killings happening in their homeland. Of course, they're going to come. They're going to be invited. The ones who refuse to come along will be at liberty. But the peoples of this territory, we're talking about 150 million people here. The peoples of this territory are going to work together. The institutions and the countries around the world that need to be informed have been fully informed. We're not anarchists. We're going to offer them, those in government house. We're not anarchists. We're saying, let those in government house remain in government house like South Africa did with apartheid constitution in 1990. Those already elected can remain in the period of that discussion, but that discussion can no longer be postponed. If in the midst of that discussion of how we solve this matter, some people decide to go to election, when we have come out since 2018 to say that will be no further elections that will be tolerated under this constitution. If they choose to put up a fight to keep this constitution, they are going to be on a head-on collision with those being tormented by this constitution in this union.
And that being on a head-on collision you talked about, what will it involve if the people who control the instruments of violence said, no, we will not agree to your demands? What will that head-on collision involve?
Nobody's making any demand on anybody in that manner. The governors who do not have the guns to defend their people today, let them go and get the gun from those enemies and fire at their people when they tell them that they can no longer proceed under this constitution. The quarrel now, mark it, the quarrel now is not with the government. This matter is above the head of government. This is a sovereignty dispute. This is a discussion between shareholders of the company. The government is the hired management. The process of hiring is the one you call election every 4 years. And we're saying that what the owners of the enterprise are saying at this time, governor, senator, you are the one we will hold responsible for staying up with that enemy that says we can no longer live peacefully in our spaces.
All right, thank you.
Either come and be part of how it is done, or you get ready to stay with the enemy at the time it might become something, if there's no common ground found from the point that force majeure is declared, because there will be a time frame within which discussions to resolve the matter can still happen.
All right, thank you,
after
Tony.
that time frame.
We thank you. Let's take a few questions from our audience.
Yes.
So that in the course of the questions, maybe you will make further clarifications. Please, right. Those who are asking questions, please, will not allow you to speak for more than 30 seconds. And then from Tony, an answer will be limited to 60 seconds. Thank you very much. We call on, first of all, Otumba Olabode Oseine. You've been raising up your hand for a while. Can we take the first question from you, sir?
Yeah, thank you very much for having me, Daniel. And I want to acknowledge Mr. Tony Nnadi. You've done a great job in your presentation. The question number one is, push come to shove, and I can feel your pain. I can see how your blood is, is boiling. And I'm sure many of us on this platform will share the same, judging from the historical background of where we are today and what we need to do. Question number one is, we don't have referendum in the Constitution. I know this Constitution is, I remember also yesterday, one of the platform, I alluded to this terrible Constitution that it needs to be scrapped. It needs to be scrapped. There's no country that live successfully, happily, harmoniously in this kind of contracted Constitution. So the second question is this, and I do not want to upset anybody. Now, we've been through this before. My question is, push come to shove again, how many of us are ready to go home to the battleground? Because the way things are going, 99% of what you are narrated here, Mr. Nnadi, this is not only whoever the presidents we have. These have been people like you and many other in Nigeria, Yoruba, Igbo, different people have contributed to this problem. They are breaching this constitution. It is not a Fulani constitution, but they've agreed to do injustice to you and I and our children. They are the one that read most of the people you are talking about. They cannot even write their names. It has been our people the people like you and I who can read and write in the south, in the southeast, in southwest, and so on and so forth, who have committed these atrocities. They've agreed to write down this kind of thing.
We hear you, sir. We hear you, sir. The problem they have now in that regard is that you had me call the names of the people who wrote the Constitution. Rotimi Williams,
yes,
and Ben Wabweze. The problem they have there is that they have put our signature in a document. We didn't say they should not write Constitution, but they say we, the people, made it. And our right, our sovereignty vests in us. It never leaves us. It can be suppressed, whether by colonial, external, or internal. But our sovereignty as belonging to us is what we are now activating. The problem was who will organize all these people to say that they cannot continue in this journey to nowhere. That has been done now. And if you talk about who is going to push, come to shove, I can assure you that the war is already being unleashed. Listen to the stories of what's happening in Southern Kaduna. You think it will not come to Ibadan. You think it will not come to Lagos. It's coming. And so it's not a matter of let us be paralyzed by fear. It's gone past that, way past that. The soldiers from Yoruba land, the soldiers from Ijo land and Igbo land and Tiv land that are in that army that is being used to kill people in the manner we are seeing, you think they're just going to fold their arms and remain a part of that when they know that it is an ethnic cleansing operation that is going on? All those concerns have been long past. There's nobody that is going to wait to be killed in the manner that is now certain if nothing is done. And therefore, those who are in that danger have been organized. Nobody thought the East could be discussing with the West, nor with the Middle Belt. Everybody thought everybody will be quarreling. Ijo and Ogoni is boxing. Uruguay and Shekiri cannot contain themselves in worry. All of that have been quietly undertaken. Everybody has been shown who the enemy is. There's only one enemy in the field. Let that one enemy go get more guns and overrun the 150 million people that are on one side. Let us see how it will happen. But the title deed by which they're able to come to Yoruba land and do what they're doing, what was Abiola's offense? Why is it that the port of Lagos has never been under the management of any one of you? Not one controller general of customs since independence. They said they were going to dip their Quran in the water. Of course, when they named Ahmadu Bello, when they named the street between Bonicamp and the Eco Hotel Ahmadu Bello Way, at the point of independence, that was the point they dipped their Quran inside the water. But if all of you are going to sit by and allow Tinubu to take you back into slavery, let us see how it will happen. The other stakeholders will have to do something about it. But I'm sure I'm in the place where those who are in that front line of fire, both in the Middle Belt, in the Yoruba land, in the eastern part, they are prepared to not just defend themselves, they are prepared to dismantle the union of death defined by the constitution they didn't make. That's the issue here. It doesn't matter who made it before. Today, constitution is a living document. Every day, it does not satisfy those who are being, whose lives are being wronged and ruined by it. They have a right in exercise of their sovereignty to say, we want this out of the way. We want this adjusted. Whatever was the consideration, whatever was the motivation of Oliver Tambo, Nelson Mandela, Governor Mbeki, for rejecting apartheid constitution, that's exactly why we're rejecting this. We did not make this, and they put our signature to it that we made it. We've come forward to say we did not make it, and those who are drawing power from it, whether they come from our part or they come from elsewhere, they will have to show another source of power, not this. We are going to give a time frame. This document must go. The union it forced on us must go. We can go to a meeting and decide a new thing. If they want to make it a rifle show, then we say, let's roll. They're already unleashing war on us.
Let's take the next question. Let's take the next question, Tony, from Sina Okanlomo, please. Can you, you already unmuted, can you ask your question, Sina?
Yes, sir. Tony, my brother, I'm highly impressed with you. Actually, I'm based here in South Africa. I'm in Pretoria. Yes, we have our own global movement already. And everything you are doing, in fact, I've been following for quite a very long time. In fact, a few days ago, I even sent a message to you via the Facebook. But unfortunately, I don't know whether you have it or not. But whatever you are doing now, let me tell you one thing. Yes, people are rightly behind you. most especially those of us in diaspora. We have our movement already, and our headquarters is in Johannesburg. We have members, we have a coalition all over the world. They are in Britain, large number of people in South Africa, and in North America, Canada, everywhere. We meet every 2 weeks, every Sunday, 7 o'clock in the evening, South African time. That's when we meet. What we are discussing is what we are also discussing. And there must be end to Fulani Republic of Nigeria. And what I'm surprised about is that have we been in political coma for this long? Because the basis of our unity of one Nigeria was that 1969 constitution. The moment the military abrogated that constitution, the entity called Nigeria, in my own opinion, or in everybody's opinion, does not exist anymore. Because it was clearly stated that the Nigeria as a united entity is based on that constitution. And for any other constitution to replace that, it has to be discussed. It has to be negotiated by all the region. Nobody
there has to be referendums. There has to be referendums for them to recommit.
Yeah, Tony. The only other thing I want to ask you is that do we have the article of amalgamation of Nigeria in 1914? That's the question I would like to ask you. And
let's take only the ones you've done, so we can go to other people. The amalgamation documents are with us. All the documents we need to see what happened, what the British did. We had to break into their archives. Our fathers did not know what they put together and sold to them as independent. And Nohoro, that was part of all the meetings, didn't know when we confronted him with the documents and some of the other people who were alive at the time. So the plan we drew up for how to dismantle the cage, the prison into which we have been locked, was based on thorough research that got to the root of the matter. And so I can assure you, all of what we need in place are in place. If you recall that I came to South Africa in 2013 to the trial of Henry Oka, you recall, sir?
That's right. Yes.
Is there anything I said here today that I did not say in that courtroom in Johannesburg that day? That all the TV stations in South Africa carried live, CNN, Al Jazeera? The defunct Federation of Nigeria must now be wound down. Those who kept the carcass by brigandage and who are carrying on as if we authorize our own damnation, they now have to be face to face with that vast majority that they've been holding hostage. Then we can count how many they are. At the time they have ISIS in their midst, at the time the US is at war with ISIS, and you bring ISIS to reinforce them, they have to go get ready to deal with all of us at the same time. Not dealing with Ogoni in one small corner and dealing with Yoruba in another corner and dealing with everybody in their small corners when it's their turn to be beaten down. Today, all of those people are together on one side, and those who are tormenting them are now isolated on the other side. This is the new battlefield. Let us see how guns will solve this problem. Another question, please.
Is it possible to have your contact because we want to collaborate with you? Is it possible?
Yeah, of course. The moderator has my permission to give you my contact.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right, we'll take the next question from Mr. Clifford Iranya, please. Clifford, it's your turn.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
All right. Thank you, Dan, for making this program available. And Tony, Nnadi, thank you very much for a wonderful presentation. Please, I have one question I'm asking Tony, but please let me just make this clarification before I do that.
Yes.
I think that was the very first question from Otumba Olabode, if I'm not mistaken. He made mention of the Constitution and also the issue of referendum. I just want to add here that what is about to happen has nothing to do with the existing constitution and also has nothing to do with the National Assembly. It's far, far above the National Assembly. It is a constitutional matter, and it is the constituent that constitutes the Constitution. I repeat, the constituent constitution it has nothing to do with elected officials. So I want to make that point clear. Now, the thing I want to ask Tony is, Tony, you have a lot of people here watching and listening to you. In case they want to provide support to your organization, how can they make it possible? Because some here may want to support financially, want to support in one way or the other, because I know it takes money also to get this thing done. How will they proceed with that?
Yes, people can people can go straight to the website lowernigercongress.org, www.lowernigercongress.org. There is a donate button there, through which contributions can be made, and an email can be sent info@lowernigercongress.org. info@lowernigercongress.org, so that people can be directed further on how to use all the moderator could have even have a display there if we had it in good time to give to him. But certainly there are platforms and portals to receive the support that we can get from anybody that is willing to see this happen, and so the moderator should feel free to give our contacts to whoever requests, from him. There's info@lowernigercongress.org. That's the email to which inquiries can be directed. And if we go to the website lowernigercongress.org, www.lowernigercongress.org, we'll find a donate button. So either way, we're able to. We can use the Zelle application. We can use PayPal. We can use there are at least 4 options available to our people everywhere they are on the face of the earth. It is within our reach to get out of this caliphate prison we've been locked in since 1914.
We thank you very much, Tony. We thank you, Clifford, Sina, Utumba, and those who have asked questions. We thank you, all our listeners tonight. It's been a very long but enriching experience listening to Tony and the activities of the Lower Niger Congress. I think, Sina, your hand is still up. I think you've asked your question now, except you have a follow-up question. Clifford, I'm putting your hands down. So we've taken all the questions we have, and my questions are done. I have so many questions to ask, but Tony, I think let's leave it for another day.
Right.
Yeah, it's been a very long engagement. So let's allow you to rest from what engagement you have today. I look forward to having you again on my platform. Many Nigerians, in fact, we have so many people following because we are streaming this thing live on Facebook.
Right.
So I'm checking to see many people are also listening live on our different platforms on Facebook. So I believe as time goes on, we'll have you back to ask the questions burning on my mind regarding especially this referendum and force majeure and the time scale you have. So thank you very much. It's been a very nice evening. We are very appreciative of your comment. Tony is the convener of Lower Niger Congress. This is a topic that I know is very passionate to him. So if you have any questions or if you want to contact him, like he said, I've put my contact number there, my WhatsApp number. I've put it on my chat room for everyone to have to contact me whenever possible. Thank you all. If you have any topic you would like us to discuss on this Elombah television platform, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, please get in touch with us. Or if you want to be our guest on any topic that is dear to you, also get in touch with us and we'll make our platform available. We want to give voice to the voiceless. Nigerians are only concerned about giving platform to the politicians, but no, we want to give everyone an opportunity to appear here and make their views known. Thank you, Tony, for hearkening to our invitation. It's been a very wonderful evening. We thank you.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you to all of you. Thank you. Been a great evening.
Tony, a big thank you to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.